Welcome to Moments with the Synergist, where we discuss how to expand your life by expanding your mind. I am so super excited to be here once again and giving you a chance to learn, giving you a chance to become more, to do more, to have more. Okay, if it's your first time listening to Moments with the Synergist, do also like, share, subscribe, okay, comment, because this is how YouTube help content creators ensure that the good news is spread well across. Okay, so you do me well, I do you well, 50-50. But I'm so glad to be here at this point in time. This very episode we're focusing on fear, and I'm going to be very personal here. Okay, as always. When you flow with me, you get to learn a whole lot. The worst that could happen is that you get distracted at this point in time. Like I always say, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. So grab your pen, grab your paper. We're talking about a key topic that has limited countless of people. I know the other time we talked about excuses, but this is also one powerful topic that every single person under the sound of my voice, I'm very sure you resonate with it. Ladies and gentlemen, that word or that topic is no other topic than fear. Yep, you heard me right. Fear. F-E-A-R. Alright? You get to hear a lot of people say, I'm actually scared of doing this. I'm scared of doing that. Scared of. It's innate within us. Alright? We can't do without it. For some people, they tell you this fear has evolved them to become a better person. Others will tell you this fear has limited them from becoming a better person. Okay, so I'll try to see how I can touch around all key aspects of it. Okay, if you have contributions, the comment section is all yours. Pour out your heart, and then I'm going to learn from you. Okay, because I'm a student of Sage, right? And learning never ends. So let's dive into it. Fear. Now, the dictionary will put it that fear is actually an unpleasant emotion caused by the threat of danger, pain, or harm. Whether it is real or whether it is imagined, but it brings up that unpleasant emotion. You've seen situations where somebody is so scared of something and you get to realize that this is actually nothing, but the person has created an atmosphere that looks real. So that was imagined and it brought up an unpleasant emotion. Now, mind you, there are actually two fears which we were actually born with. We came into existence with this. Psychologists have studied this, okay? And these two fears are the fear of falling and the fear of a loud sound. This is the more reason why you take up a baby and you throw him up and you just see them shaking there. Some will start screaming and all of that, right? It shows you that it's there. Okay, it's there. And then you have the fear of a loud sound. So if it's too loud, you see them crying and all of that. Okay, those are innate. Okay, we have that. But then every other fear, we learnt it. If you're taking notes, every other fear, we learnt it. We learned that very fear. Is it the fear of failing in marriage? The fear of failing in business? The fear of not being able to speak to people? Alright? The fear of growth itself? The fear of even eating? The fear of talking to strangers? There are a whole lot of fears. The fear of even taking a risk. All of this, we learnt it. And how do you learn? Every learning is based on association. It's based on association, backed up with experiences, right? And this experience can be your experience or other individuals' experiences. Your experience or other individuals. But then, as we always say here, the best experience is the experience of others, not yours. Why waste time do something that somebody has done and failed at it, only for you to discover that you will eventually fail at it? I hope I'm communicating. The whole ideology of it is that when you understand that fear is something that can be learned, that means it can also be unlearned. If I could actually learn how exactly, I could be a doctor, right? That means I can actually learn how exactly. Why I'm stating this is I want you to understand that it is all in your mind. Now, I said I'm going to be quite personal, so let me begin. Junior secondary school 2. I was in a boarding school. I'm not going to mention the name, alright, but I was in a boarding school, and that was my first experience being away from home with my brother. Whoa, it wasn't funny. There were moments of, tears, moments of reminiscing. it wasn't a funny experience, but we were there, and I noticed that was when I had a huge blow in my academics, right? All along I've been that fascinating student, and the boarding school made me realize that, man, this is another jungle, and it's either you eat or you're eating. So at that point in time, flow with me, I had issues with so many subjects, because not that I wasn't willing to learn them, but my attention was divided. Every single point I was thinking about home, think about home, you cry, you think about But then a key subject that gave me room to learn, this lesson will stick with me till I die, was physical and health education. We call it PHE. When it comes to the classroom activities, I'm good. When it comes to the practical activities, there's a challenge. So on that fateful day, we had practicals. We went to the volleyball courts. Everybody was doing his or her thing. It was my turn. They passed the ball to me to serve. I couldn't serve. First attempt, second attempt, third attempt, my goodness, I missed it. And they graded me 2/10. I said, okay. We moved to basketball. Alright. And the ball was passed. Just make that shoot straight to the net. Okay. If not straight to the net, but at least it should be close to the net. First attempt, second attempt, third attempt, it was awful. All the shots were awful. Okay. Awful. And I looked at our instructor. He just shook his head, and I'm like, oh my god. Alright, that was like another 2/10, so that it doesn't look like he's evil giving me 0. So in all the practicals, I scored a poor grade. I got angry, and in my mind, I closed all the doors. In my mind, I said, this sport thing isn't for me. It's not my thing. Alright, it's not my thing. So you would hear me over the years, when it's time for sports, I just want to be the guy behind. Permit me be the commentator. Alright, I just zone off. Why? Because it has been registered by virtue of my experience that if I dare try it, I'm going to disgrace myself. So I was scared. Yeah, I was scared. Now, that placed me at the level where any activity regarding this, I'm out. I'm out. Even though afterwards, I went on YouTube, I started studying, right? How actually you give a good service. You dunk, you block, you do all of this. So I was learning how exactly I would do this, but then I avoided a chance to go to the field to engage. I just focused on the classroom activities. Now, first term, second term, third term, I ensured what happened first term, where I got an F in that specific subject. Upon moving to junior secondary school 3, right, I was one of the most outstanding students, because I moved from the level I was as regards to my average being well over 50 something to moving straight to 70 something, close to 80 something, 78.3, right? Why am I stating this? What happened? What I did at that point in time is what so many people are doing, right? Because I'm scared of doing this. I'm scared of doing this. So they neglect it and focus where they have their strengths, right? And then they feel, for the fact that this is doing well, I don't have to focus on the other aspect till I die. Why am I saying this? Like I said, it's okay to be scared, alright? But then fear should not eat you up. Because this experience happened so many years ago. Now here we are in the year 2022. I went on a vacation in Jordan and I met with some beautiful ladies, okay? And one was Philippine, one was Korean, one was Chinese, one was Ukraine, 4 ladies, and 4 Nigerian guys. They said, let's play volleyball. The same volleyball I have been avoiding. And I'm like, okay, sure, you know how to play volleyball? So yeah. I said, okay, interesting, let's go. And it was that time. We got to the volleyball court. I said, you know what? Let's make it even, okay? I think we should just have 3 boys, 3 girls, to be balanced. You guys just go, you do your thing. Me and the other Korean lady will just video you guys. We'll have nice pictures, nice videos, and all of that. And they're like, okay. They started playing and all of that. It got to a point they were like, okay, it's enough with the videos, the pictures. It's showtime. Okay, let's take this to another level. Boom. Which means I had to drop my phone and I had to engage. I got straight into the court, and guess what happened? Number 1, I did not die. Yes. Number 2, I played not like a pro, but then not like an amateur. And in my mind, I'm like, what is going on here? The service was amazing, the blocking was amazing, the defense and I'm like, okay, so who is this guy? And they were like saying, I thought you said you didn't know how to play, right? Because I later whispered to the guys that hey, I'm out of here, man. But why am I saying this? Most of the times we have limited ourselves by virtue of our past experience, not knowing that we've actually overcome all of this. But then because we never review that chapter, we limit ourselves. And how do you overcome all of this? Because the game ended well, we won the ladies, right? Go team Nigeria, yay. So we won and I was excited. I was happy. It brought back memories that, I almost shed tears, but I did not cry, alright? Big boys don't cry. But it made me realize that anything that can be learned can be unlearned. Anything. And the only limitation you have is a limitation in your mind. If today you want to become a Formula 1 racer, right? You can. And the only limitation you have is you. So at the instant, skills fell from my eyes. I said, I'm going to talk about this once I'm home. And it's happening now, right? And I sat back. It brought back a book to mind, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon said, with the conversation with the devil, or permit me say the devil himself said, the essence of fear is to keep you at that specific state. So he ensures that he brings up different scenarios, different time frames that you have failed, and then he accumulates it together. So whenever you have an opportunity to prove yourself, that atmosphere, that mindset, that unpleasant emotion, fear comes in. And what is coming to your mind is, you've done this before, you failed at it. You've done this before, you failed at it. Don't do it. Remember the last time you spoke to that girl? She said she's not interested. 10 other ladies said they are not interested. Why do you feel this will be interested? This very lady will be interested. Immediately you back out. Remember the other time you started a business, you failed. You've been starting businesses for the past 10 years. You have failed. Why do you think this will be that unique idea, that unique business? Immediately you zone off, living a life of quiet desperation. I'm saying this because perhaps there might be somebody listening to me. You are still at that level. You are scared, contemplating, asking yourself what next or what if excuses, right? Simply because you are scared to take responsibility, to overcome that fear. So I'm here to help you. How do you break forth? It is simple. Identify the fear. Write it down. If you're listening to me, write down that fear. I am scared of talking to strangers. Hello, listen, it is not your fault. I understand, because I was once there. I came out from a family where the motto was mind your business. If it doesn't concern you, mind your business. Do your thing. Okay? And that stuck in my head. It's not my business. Well, I'm doing my own thing. You do your own thing, and the world will be a better place. Are we together? So I grew up with that, and I was comfortable in my own circle, not knowing that the beauty of life comes in when we all blend in. All right? But then I had to learn how to break out by identifying that was actually a challenge. Because had it been I did not, I would be here speaking to you today and saying, I am an introvert, because I learned how to be an introvert by virtue of association, by virtue of the experiences of my parents, my friends, my environment, my society, my country, and that affected my own experience. So I just round up to a conclusion: I am an introvert, because that is the shell that can guard me against these outside voices. Why I'm saying this is, once you've identified the fear, you have to acknowledge the fear. Acknowledge the fact that you are human and you did not have control of this. Some of it happened consciously, some of it happened unconsciously. But then you acknowledge the existence of this, and you acknowledge the existence that I am here at this point in time, and I am willing to move by taking the next step, which is facing the fear head on, understanding that it is just a signal for you to get prepared for something big. For you to, you hear a lot of successful people, all right, and also unsuccessful people. They tell you that there's that point that you get to the top of the mountain, you have to jump. You have to jump. It's either you fly or you fall. It's either you sink or you swim. And if you don't get to that point, and you make that decision at that point, then you'll forever remain where you are. So understand that. I tell people, I say fear is actually God's gift to man. God has given us fear. Those that overcome fear, they are outstanding wherever they stand or wherever they see themselves. They are exceptional. They are the definition of excellence, competence, right? And those that do the opposite, well, we know the story there. Why am I saying it? Every successful person will tell you, I was scared, but I did it anyway. And that is the secret there. You're scared of talking to a stranger? Keep talking to a stranger. Somebody did, I saw a TED talk, somebody, made a game plan to talk to just strangers, and then he gathered statistics from it. He's actually a Guinness World Record holder as regards to that topic. And once upon a time, this guy couldn't say a word to any stranger. I'm saying this to help somebody. The fear is normal. It's there now, right? But then you cannot be limited by it. So accept it for what it is, just an unpleasant emotion, whether it is real or imagined, based on association experiences, your experience, other people's experiences, and then you face it head on. You do it even though you're scared. You do it amidst that fear, and that is the only way you overcome it. But then what is that drive that will push you to do it even though you are scared? Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. The ultimate secret is knowledge. It is knowledge. Because you now understand that if I speak to this lady, one, I will not die. It's either she says yes or no. So by virtue of that backing, you move, you engage, and you now understand what you are about to say to her. You prepare you don't just go sluggishly, you move with content. Is it a business plan you want to execute? You do your due diligence. So the confidence comes in when you know what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. When you know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Oh my. Fear is just in your mind. If that is the only thing you will take note of, it is just in your mind. And the only way you kill fear is by knowledge. Imagine I did not do my research, learning how to serve, all of this stuff. I would have missed it. And it is this knowledge that you have to be consistently developing yourself on every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year, for you to grow. And the joy is, once you pass that threshold level, there's no going back. Once you get past that level, there's no going back. It only gets better and better. But here's the thing. For every level, there is a devil. For every high level, there is a high devil waiting for you. Which means it is now demanded that you keep developing yourself to overcome at every single point in time. Yes, you heard me right. So I give people this analysis. I said, when you go to the gym to work out, first day, let's say you're playing around with 5 kg there, right? You lift, you do that for a few days. You're not expected to be on 5 kg till you die. No, you have to increase it. 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, okay? Because it is when you increase the weight you carry that your body itself stretches and expands. You have the abs coming out, okay? You have your body all fitted, simply because you placed more pressure on yourself, and now you're looking all fine. Why am I saying this? Life is placing pressure on you for you to expand, for you to bring out that beauty, for you to bring out the you that the world is waiting for. It cannot happen with you being scared, with you being average. It will only happen when you become courageous. You pursue what you want, and then life will give it to you. Oh my, I just pray you're understanding what I'm saying, because this is, I don't just say these things, right? I don't just say it. But then I want you to go back to your Bible. Alright? If you don't know what the Bible is, just research the story of David in the Bible. David committed a sin. Alright? A huge sin. But God forgave David, because he said, David is a man after my own heart. Hold on. Why would God say that? When you trace it back, David was known to be a courageous man. David killed a lion while he was guarding his sheep. He sees a lion coming. Under normal circumstances, a lion is real, it is not imagined. You run. But he chased after lions, not just chasing them alone, he kills them. David saw Goliath, and what he said is, this man is going down. Now, what would be motivating or inspiring a young man to do this? It is by virtue of the knowledge and understanding that he has of who he is. And the reason you are scared is simply because, listen, you do not know who you are. Because the day you discover who you are, everything becomes so seamlessly easy. You start to demand for things to happen, and they happen. The reason you're still giving excuses, hiding that camouflage, is simply because you don't know who you are. And the world is waiting for your manifestation. But mind you, we will not wait forever. If God tries to give you opportunities for you to become courageous, to stand in, to do what you need to do, and then you say, hey God, I'm not your guy, He's going to look for another replacement. I'll show you. He's going to look for another replacement. Why I'm saying this to you, my charge is, hey, decide to become a man, a woman of knowledge. Decide to understand and know who you are. Let it be said that now you have the understanding that fear is just in your mind. It is just in your mind. And anything that can step into your mind, listen to me, can also step out of your mind, because you are in charge. Because you are in charge. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this topic of fear is able to help you. If it is, please don't forget to share. It's very important to share this to somebody else, because I'll end with this. Failure always is a blessing when it forces one to acquire knowledge or to build habits that leads to the achievement of one's major purpose in life. Could it be that the reason you have been failing here, failing there, failing here, failing there, is for you to be placed at this point, or this level that you are at the moment, to prove yourself worthy? Could it be? Ladies and gentlemen, my wish to you is that you live the best of life by being courageous. You go out there, you make a difference, not just in your life, not just in your family, not just in your community, not just in Nigeria, but the entire world. Because for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. It is Moments with the Synergist. So I'll be hitting you in all angles. And hey, don't be scared to speak to me just the way I'm speaking to you. The comment section is all yours. If you've gotten value so far, let me know in the comment section. You can share your experience with me, okay? And your fears as well with me, and let's see how I can help. If I can be of help, definitely I assure you I know somebody that can be of help. So from me to you, it's been an amazing experience sharing a portion of my life, and I'm sure you got value from this. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, so we have other people listening to this and also being blessed by this information. Say no to fear. I'll see you on our next episode, Moments with the Synergist.